you do yours.
I mean, my thing that I couldn't believe in season 3 of the Bears, how they brought back John Mulaney's character just to have him ravaged by a woodland creature. I guess that's why you call it the bear.
Yeah, that was wild. Absolutely wild. Could not believe. You know what my favorite part? We just binge watched the Bear season 3. Everyone, spoilers. My favorite part of the Bear season 3 that we watched in an hour. We had to do like
64 times speed. You know it. It's the way to go.
That's the way to go. My favorite part was at the end where the last episode where they got the Taylor Swift to come in and perform Love Story, which was featured in season 2. And then she looked directly at camera, fourth wall break, and said, "This is for you, Chance Ellison."
I saw Wallace Shawn die. Wallace Shawn is dead.
It's 2 minutes for roping. I like that. You're a jabroni. Go ahead.
And then Richie marries special guest star Walton Goggins, starting the hashtag Don't Woke the Bear. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Wednesday night. It's What the Show. My name is AJ Lancaster. I'm one of the co-hosts.
Hi, we're the Deacons, and Juice is looking a little different this week.
Who am I and why am I here?
It's 40 Barn Ken, everyone! 40 Barn Ken! I'm gonna miss everyone being my Kens this season.
I'm keeping Ken going.
I think keep Ken alive. The Kenergy is alive, everyone.
Oh, Kenergy is a renewable resource.
So true, y'all. So true. Yeah. Kenergy.
So, welcome everybody to What the Show. As you can see, John Mariano is graciously filling in for Juice tonight. And as he said, he's not filling in because those are big shoes to fill in his own words, but he is joining us to help fill the void a little bit.
Yeah.
I fill voids.
Yes, that should be your lower third. I fill voids.
You're 37, favorite New Yorker. I want to know who the 36
I don't even
are.
know if I can name 36.
Is it Grape Soda?
Well, grape soda is a New York staple.
And Billy Joel. It's Grape Soda and Billy Joel.
Oh, Billy Joel's kind of top.
Number 1, baby.
You have to have 39 because like John Rocker and Giuliani are on that list somehow.
Somewhere.
Oh, God.
Somewhere. Mind you, everyone, his own mother and father are New Yorkers, but I think Billy Joel would top the people that gave him actual life. But just there.
Respectfully, us New Yorkers call him the Joel.
Yeah, the Joel.
Just
The Joel.
He's really the creator of all, the master.
There's actually like a lot to talk. We've had so many things come up over the past day or two. I'm gonna just quickly
I'm gonna see if I can glue this
review.
hand back on.
Oh, yeah.
Here, and I just happen to have glue in front of me.
We have the Chance Ellison gave us a Poseidon that he got. I forget where he was.
Taylor Swift's biggest fan.
And
gifted us this.
When he shipped it, the hand came off. We have re-glued this thing twice now, so we're going to try it one more time. But yeah, quick recap. We have actually zero change in the What the Show fantasy football draft box office draft order from last week, so don't really have to do anything there. John's going to enter in 3 weeks. I believe 4 weeks. 3 or 4 weeks. You will be entering with Twisters. I'll be the last one to enter with Deadpool and Wolverine. I did want to ask you, John. Like, you and I obviously both were when Twisters came out. Do you remember seeing Twister the first time?
I saw Twister at a drive-in.
Nice.
Ooh, respect.
Yeah. You got your last drive-in late. I think the last movie I saw in a drive-in was Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, which I saw at the Bayshore Drive-In, which turned into a Home Depot like a year or two later.
Oh wow! I can't remember if I saw it upstate New York or if I saw it on like the Long Island Drive-In before it closed. Mm-hmm. But I definitely saw it. I'm pretty sure I saw that and like Air Force One as a double feature.
That's a pretty badass double feature.
Yeah.
I saw Air Force One at the Islip Threeplex, the little Islip movie theater on Main Street that has 3 theaters in it. One of them that was upstairs that was kind of like a predecessor to stadium seating because it was like on a giant slant. But I did not see Twister in theaters. I saw Twister rented from Blockbuster.
Same.
Yeah.
I rented it from Blockbuster. Well, not personally because I didn't have a Blockbuster card because I wasn't old enough. But but it was rented.
But I did see Air Force One. But like I remember when we did the draft and you Twisters came up for you. I'm like, that's a perfect movie for John. I think actually that's right in your wheelhouse. Like you were probably just out of high school when that came out.
Yeah, I was like 2 years removed from high school.
Yeah.
It's my actual 30th whatever you call it reunion this year. Like a couple of days ago, actually.
Yeah. Did you go?
No. Oh, we haven't had it yet. Like nobody cares, but Gen X.
Yeah, not you.
I did not go to 10. I did not go to 20. So I feel yeah.
Oh, no, we haven't even they haven't even organized one yet.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
not
no-
working, in case anyone's wondering.
Oh no.
Anyhow,
No, but Twister's was not my favorite movie, or Twister was not my favorite movie. I was so blissfully unaware that the sequel was coming out that a couple of weeks ago we were in our little chat. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I can't wait to see Laura Dern in this movie.
Nope.
No.
She's got to have a cameo. I mean,
And Helen Hunt. It was
Oh,
Helen Hunt.
Whomever. I don't do
Laura
a
Dern can have a cameo too.
why would Laura Dern have a cameo?
Dinosaurs.
Here's the thing, man. I'm from the Midwest. This movie is a religion here.
It's a big deal. Wait, I have a genuine question. Is this song that's in the trailer a made for this movie song?
I believe the Jelly Roll one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
'cause,
think so.
I love that we're bringing that back.
Yeah, I think
More
this has a soundtrack.
made. Yes.
I'm
Yes.
relatively certain. I did see.
I
it.
want this to become a new big thing again. Yes, more made directly for movie songs, please. I need it in my life.
The last time the Goo Goo Dolls did an actual rock song was for the Twister soundtrack.
Just saying.
Long Way Down is an absolute fucking
What
banger.
is this song called?
It's their last rock
It's
song.
by Jelly Roll.
I believe so.
Yeah, but Bethany, I'm rooting hard against you for this song becoming a thing because that would mean this movie's a hit, and I want to be at the back of the draft.
John's like me.
What?
John is 100% like me.
What?
Well, yeah, but you're screwed, Geek. Like
I know,
you're gonna be
I'm
like number
screwed.
2.
I'm hoping I get picked. I'm hoping I'm at 2. I think Inside Out might be.
Yeah, I think
Deadpool.
I Inside Out. It's like the 3rd or 4th movie I've seen this year, and that's gonna hold.
It's at almost 400 million already. So like, if Deadpool and Wolverine tops it, it's going to take an effort. So
Oh, it's
It'll
not
probably
Jelly
bottom
Roll.
it.
Wait. Would you say it's gonna take a maximum effort?
oh, hold on.
I was just saying it's Luke Combs,
Oh,
not
okay.
Jelly Roll. I don't know why you said Jelly Roll, but I also
Well,
didn't
Jelly
hear
Roll's
it.
on the soundtrack.
Could have swore I saw
but
Jelly Roll
Luke
was on
Combs
it.
did most of it.
Jelly Roll is on the soundtrack. This has a soundtrack, y'all, and it has multiple songs. This is fantastic. I'm living for this.
I
Bring
wish I could buy the CD for that soundtrack at a Kmart location.
I know that would really just up the ante. But the song that's in the trailer is "Ain't No Love in Oklahoma," and that's by
Yeah.
Luke Combs. "Ain't in
I-
Kansas Anymore" is in it. "Steal My Thunder," "Feelin' Country." The car. I don't know if that's unique to this or not. I would assume if they're on the soundtrack, they have to be, right? Or no?
Not necessarily, but
Never
Kiss
Left
from-
Me. Out of
like-
Oklahoma, Hell or High Water. The one that Jelly Roll did is called Dead End Road.
But famously, "Kiss from a Rose" was not an original soundtrack song for Batman Forever. You guys know what movie it's from?
not off the top of my head.
Never Ending Story 3.
Oh wow!
Is that the one with Jack Black?
I don't know that much.
Yes, that is with Jack Black. You're correct,
What?
John. Yeah.
Holy shit. I've not seen that movie beyond my childhood, but I just know that little piece of trivia that the reason that it wasn't nominated for Best Song for the Oscars was it was in
wasn't
a
original.
film. Yeah, it was in a film the previous year.
And that would have won.
I just want to point out, I might not know whether or not Laura Dern or Helen Hunt were in Twister, But I do know Jack Black was in
Was
Never
in
Ending
Never
Story
Ending
3.
Story.
We got good Jack Black trivia on Juice's week off.
Oh yeah.
All right, go figure. Okay, so Twister had Van Halen songs. How do I remember this? Katie, oh, this is so 90s. I love
It's
this.
extremely 90s.
Shania Twain, Goo Goo Dolls, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Lisa Loeb, Soul Asylum, Alison Krauss and Union Station.
The
Tori Amos.
90s, the 90s
This is-
were the best for this.
God, Twisters, be the movie that
It's
brings
one of
back 80s, 90s soundtracks. Let's
It's
go.
one of the great soundtracks of the 90s too. Just
Well, John's not familiar with it because he thinks Laura Dern is in the movie.
I just want to point out the enemy of this movie is wind.
And that is accurate.
Yeah.
That's the big villain is wind.
well, and the best part is, like, when was the last time you guys went back and watched Twister?
I think that time I read, I'm pretty certain I read it twice.
Oh, I watched it a couple of months ago with the girls.
Did you?
I still
you
can't
know.
remember who the hell was in it.
Laura Dern is in it.
It's Jaws, but instead of an animal, it's weather.
Yeah, but also minus the nuance and the bonding and the story. Like
Yeah.
some
It has
good
the Paxton.
performances, but like
It has Bill Paxton.
oh, it has Bill Paxton, right? But I watched a great movie with Bill Paxton yesterday. I watched Weird Science. Great movie with Bill Paxton.
I thought you were about to say Club Dread, and I was like, not you.
I watched
too.
Club
Oh.
Dread 2 days ago.
I watch Club Dread at least once a year.
Yeah, well, I watch Club Dread at least 3 times a week. So-
I mean, you may have a problem.
Yes, he does have a problem.
If it lasts more than 4 hours, you got to turn it off.
I watched. There's 2 audio commentaries. I watched it with both of them this week.
Sadly, Twister is not streaming anywhere
Right
which
now.
is wild.
That's got to change next month.
Peacock, get on that.
They're flushing money down the toilet by not doing it.
Yeah. Also, true story, and this won't surprise anyone at all who knows me, but Twister legitimately scared me when I watched it as a child.
It's
weather
literally
systems are like-
why you guys will not come down for College World Series.
This is weather, tornadoes are like one of my biggest fears. So I'm being a very brave girl this summer when I go see this. Okay.
How are you with the Sharknado movies?
You've only seen the one, right?
I've only seen the one. That is not as scary to me because it's so ridiculous.
But so here's
it's so not
the reason
real.
she watched that one.
I'm pretty sure it could happen.
Because Sharknado, it's 3, if I'm not mistaken, was filmed largely at Universal Studios, and that's where we worked. And the way that they portray everything, they had to say everything by the full name of the hotel or the ride. It wasn't like the abbreviated version that everybody calls it. And then there's several Easter eggs of like executives that we knew that were in the movie and stuff like that. So I was like, you need to watch. I know you're going to hate Sharknado.
Lived until to this day when we talk about the Hotel Cabana Bay, we have to say it in the way Tara Reid did, which is we're going back to the Cabana Bay Beach Resort.
Universal's Cabana.
Yeah, we're going to Universal's Cabana Bay Beach
and
Resort.
he says it every
time.
At least a half a dozen
Would
times.
you like to go grab a drink at Universal's Cabana Bay Beach Resort? And I'm like, no, I'm fucking talks like that. It was great. It was quality. I love it. Have to watch it.
Hot take: Tara Reid is underrated.
That's fair. I'll allow that.
Like, when was the last time we saw Josie and the Pussycats? She's electric in that movie.
She is actually very good on that movie. Josie and the Pussycats is a great movie.
Aside, what's the last?
Everything in that movie is
Aside from American Reunion, what's the most recent thing she was in?
Tara Reid, what you doing?
Josie and the Pussycats.
That's. I think American Reunion was after that.
And Sharknado. Let's do a Tara Reid's one out too, okay? How does it not even remotely look?
It does not look. That's her.
That is not remotely look like
Botox.
her. Tara Reid, what have you done to your face? Okay, in 2023, she was playing a character called Vampire Queen in something called Bloodthirst.
Yeah, that sounds right.
She was in one episode of the show Ghosts.
Like, what's the last movie of note she was in?
Josie and the Pussycats.
No, nothing really. Like,
This looks like a lot of like direct to Amazon Prime type
look
movies.
how different she looks. Like, this is Like, what?
Yeah.
Botox, man. It's a wild thing. Oh, here we go.
Sharknado. I remember Sharknado dropped. The first one came out. I found out about it like the morning of. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a thing. It's awesome. And I'm like, oh, it airs tonight. Even better. Like, so like, I did not know it was coming out. Like, I wasn't really into the online movie community at that particular point in time. And then literally one of my friends sent me the trailer. This movie looks awesome. And I looked it up and I see the date at the end of the trailer. I'm like, that's tonight. Hell yes. You know, and you better believe I watched it when it aired. And then when it aired immediately afterwards on Sci-Fi, I watched it both times.
As one should.
So I was in a movie theater when it came out. I was actually seeing what was it? Pacific Rim. And we all came out of Pacific Rim, and all anybody was talking about was this little movie on Sci-Fi Channel that just aired. So we all ran home to watch it.
Yep. And Sci-Fi had to re-air it twice. I think it premiered, I want to say on a Thursday, and they had to re-air it on Monday and the following Friday because the word of mouth just got so frantic about it so fast. And that was a perfect dumb movie. That movie had made no apologies about what it was. It knew what it was. It jumped in head first. It had Ian Ziering. And you know what? Speaking of Ian Ziering, I think we have some footage of what happened when he tried to film that.
Disturbing video from TMZ showing the brutal beating of actor Ian Ziering by a biker gang. The attack happened on Hollywood Boulevard in broad daylight. Police say the bikers were driving recklessly in the area.
The fight broke out after an altercation between the Sharknado actor and the bikers. KTLA's Omar Lewis has more from Hollywood.
Kicking, punching, and fighting against a mini bike gang. No, this isn't a Hollywood movie. It's
a mini bike gang. Wow.
By the way, if you're just listening, they don't specify if it's a gang of people on mini bikes or a small bike.
Or a small gang. Ooh, that is true.
I really hope they were on mini bikes, personally.
I'm going to need some context to that one.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they're all just small little guys on bikes.
I believe we lost
John. Blink twice if you're okay.
So I've been chatting with a woman, and she was asking if I could talk, and I'm letting her know I'm filling in for Juice this week. So I just took a picture of you guys while the video was going on, and you guys just caught me in the middle of letting.
You were in this, like, I would have believed that you were your camera froze right there. You were so focused.
I just want to let you know how dedicated I am to this show.
Yeah.
Same.
I am putting my dating life on pause for you people.
And we appreciate that. I really also want to know what it's like.
I've been doing that for this show for the past 4 years, baby.
I just like to hope that it was sent with no context, like filling in for Juice.
I'm filling in for Juice.
Who's Juice? No questions.
Like, Justin is one of my favorite people to talk about with no context.
Yes.
Just describe Justin the Juice to somebody or bring him up casually in conversation with zero context, and people are looking at me like, what?
Because again, I forget to call him by his actual given name sometimes. It's just Juice or the Juice. So I'll be like, yeah, so my friend Juice the other day. And people are like, what?
My nieces and nephews met him for the first time at our wedding, and they still talk about him to this day. And that was like 2 hours they interacted with him.
AJ, I want you to know that you were discussed on my other podcast today, so I hope you enjoy your shout out. And also that if you haven't watched the Tony Awards performance of Eddie Redmayne doing Cabaret yet, I really need you to.
Oh, I've seen it.
I was going to say, you think AJ didn't see that the night of?
Okay.
I watched it live.
This is AJ's shtick. It's a prestige actor doing a funny little voice.
Such a silly little voice. Eddie Redmayne. You are a god, sir. I didn't watch Life of Pi. I could not tell you anything about the Fantastic Beasts movies, the two that I saw.
I never saw them.
What you did
and that
to the Tony Awards crowd was the most beautiful wonderful. Oh my god, I need to go and see Broadway theater, not for
it's
the
really-
prestige of it.
Can we roll that beautiful bean footage? Can we pull that up? Because I honestly think we all just need to witness it together.
Jamie, pull the clip.
Jamie, pull that clip. No. Who seriously hello? Oh, only Mike's a beautiful bastard. Can we be beautiful bastards? Hi.
Do you think that we would get copyright claimed by the Tonys if we pulled this up?
Probably pretty quick.
Probably.
That one would be pretty quick.
But like, what's it gonna do?
I mean, they could pull the stream.
They could pull the string. Okay, well, when you put it like that.
That has happened to us once.
Not when John put his dating game on hold to cover for the juice are we going to get this stream pulled. So we're all just going to have to tell y'all to look that up in your own time. But it's really good.
I think that we should get the stream pulled.
No, I think we should do it. I think we should just do it. If we just keep saying over and over that this is commentary and criticism, you know what I mean? This is fair use. We are commentating and criticizing what is happening.
Nobody can criticize Eddie Redmayne in my eyes anymore.
No.
So here we go.
The thing he does
Criticism of Eddie Redmayne. Eddie Redmayne cannot read a screenplay because he signed up for these Fantastic Beast movies, and he is acting. In fact, everybody in those movies is acting their ass off. Colin Farrell shows up, acting his ass off. Johnny Depp's doing his own thing, but everybody else is pretty much acting their ass off. And Eddie Redmayne, with any other screenplay, is probably winning awards with his performance. However, because he cannot read a screenplay and doesn't know what's going on, he makes trash.
This is fair.
The silly little voice, though.
But he does a great silly little voice.
I was gonna ask John, speaking of the Tonys and stuff, what's the last thing you saw on Broadway?
Oh, that's a good question. I used to go to Broadway a lot.
When I was living in I probably went to 1 or 2 shows a year. So like throughout,
I once went to 2 plays in one day.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I did a double feature. Like you do the matinee and then you do the night show.
We used to always go. I think it was Black Friday. We used to always go to TKTS. Like it would be the day after Thanksgiving. Regularly, that was like a Deacon family tradition. And whatever we could get, we went and saw that night.
So sophisticated. Went to the theater.
It's not as sophisticated as you think. I took my ex-wife in the same day. I'm pretty sure we saw Rock of Ages and Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark.
You saw Spider-Man. All right.
Oh, hell yeah.
Legendary.
So jealous. What the show Hall of Fame member John Mariano.
You just entered the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I took it and I bought the tickets because they were like dirt cheap. So I'm like, oh, we could do 2 plays at the same time. Not telling her like one of the plays was like notoriously going to go down as one of the worst.
It was only there for like 2 months or something.
Also legendary.
Yeah. Oh, it was everything that you wanted it to be. It was spectacularly horrible in all the best ways.
The money they lost on
that's one of, if not the biggest Broadway money losers in Broadway history, if I'm not mistaken.
So most of the stunts were cut by the time I saw it. So what you would see are the Spider-Man would show up on the balconies and act like they were going to dive out, and then nothing would happen, and then they go run around into the back.
That's fantastic.
John, I'm so jealous of you right now.
That man, to have witnessed that live.
Yeah, late stage Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark.
Yeah.
Literally, this Broadway show had everything going for it. A recognizable name, a character that's famous for New York City, even better. Family friendly.
Production manager George Santos, or so he claimed.
Or so he claims. Why would you want to claim that, first of all? Julie Taymor, she can't fail. She did The Lion King. This is going to be great. She is going to get together with her collaborator Bono, and they've done Across the Universe. This is going to be great. And then
it came out.
That happened. So good. Iconic. Loitering doesn't work.
Like I never saw like a true train wreck on Broadway, but I did see Starlight Express, which is pretty notorious for being the roller skating musical. So
I'm a little jealous.
Which
of that.
okay, every time I do the post the Peter Griffin meme in our group chat, I remember that you saw it. It might be like that was your first ever Broadway experience, right?
I'm pretty certain that was the first official Broadway show I ever saw. Yeah.
So I keep on posting the Peter Griffin meme like every 6 months, and you're like, that was the first thing I ever saw on Broadway. And I'm like, I kind of feel bad.
He loves to tell people because he forgets that he has told people.
Starlight Express.
Please answer me, yes.
My first here's you can't answer because you know.
Express.
But this is to see how well AJ knows me.
Oh.
Maybe John also knows. I'm sure it's probably come in a group chat that we've been in, John. So it's very possible you
John's
know
been
this.
in a group chat with us for almost 4 years now.
Yeah, so he probably knows. This is trivia. What it was my first and only on Broadway show that I have seen.
If it's only, then it's just Book of Mormon.
That's correct.
That's correct. Ding 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 ding. AJ knows me.
That is a hole in my game. I think I never got to see Book of Mormon.
So this
So
was
good.
funny. So the Manhattan Schmodown event we were going to, we decided to go, and we decided because she'd never been to anything on Broadway. She wanted to pick something that we both would like. So I enjoy some musicals, but not everything. She picked it out. She's like, "That's something that I think you'll like," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'll go see that." And my aunt and uncle found out we were coming into town, and like I said, "Do you want to go to a Broadway show with us?" And all of a sudden, I almost immediately have an email saying your tickets have been purchased. So it was the night before the Manhattan Schmodown. We were at Book of Mormon when everybody else was at whatever was being filmed, whatever content they were doing that day, which is funny because like I think they said some of the other crew was at the same show we were at.
Yeah. I'd also like to note that if anyone is familiar with Book of Mormon, great show, absolutely hysterical, lovely, great stuff. But this was the first time I was meeting his uncle, and I had to like sit 2 seats away from this man in this musical, and I was like, "This is a little awkward now." It's a little awkward. You know what? They were laughing, we were laughing. It was fine. But I was like, "Okay."
So
Sorry, I picked this show. Yeah.
While I haven't seen Book of Mormon, I have seen a Broadway play by one of its creators. I've seen Avenue Q.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That also is a little risque, or like
a little risque. The two puppets have a sex show in the middle of the play, which is arm sex is the best kind of sex.
Clip that.
Yep.
And-
We're gonna clip that.
And this man is now best known for working with Disney.
Yeah.
But this is where he started.
So, if you press Control Alt Windows Shift L.
This is a lot. Control Alt Windows Shift L. That's how you spider?
Did
Uh-oh.
Well, we just lost AJ.
I don't think it worked.
LinkedIn for you.
Whoa!
Control
If you couldn't
Alt
see AJ the way you see it,
Shift
it's
L.
amazing.
What's that?
You just look like you were in a horror movie.
Oh, that's because I did it and my screen freaked out. But did you press the thing?
No.
Do it.
Yeah, do it. So your face looks the same as AJ's. I can't do it. I'm on a Mac.
Control Alt
Windows Shift L.
L?
Yeah, so hold on Control Alt Windows, then press Shift and L at the same time. Tell me what comes up.
LinkedIn.
Did you do that? Hold on. Control Windows what?
Control Alt Windows Shift L.
Oh, nothing happened for me.
Control-
LinkedIn
I
came
opened
up
up
for him.
LinkedIn.
It's the hotkey to bring up a LinkedIn browser on Windows.
That's what
Which
just
is
happened.
the
I
most
did it.
cursed piece of knowledge. Ladies and gentlemen, show your friends. It's one of those things.
What would...
If you want it overly complicated to bring up LinkedIn.
Yeah, I'd rather just start a new tab and go, I don't know how to do that. Why did it work for you.
I think the more important thing is what it does to AJ's face while he's doing it.
I'll have to see that on replay. I don't know what kind of creepypasta. What sort of a week? We have a Winklevoss twin creepypasta.
Wait. I don't know if anybody here is familiar with the show The League.
Oh yeah. I watched the whole thing. I actually started rewatching it during my afternoons off. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna put it to you like this, and then anybody who's watching this show right now will get this, and then the rest, Deke, you can fill them in on what this means.
Yeah,
but I'm pretty sure we just saw AJ's vinegar strokes.
Yes.
Can you fill me in for the uninitiated?
Literally would have to show you.
Yeah, I think that you just need to watch the entire show, Bethany. I think that's probably.
I'll tell Bethany. If everyone else is too shy, I'll tell Bethany. So the vinegar strokes is the face a man makes as he climaxes.
But here's the thing, though.
After you talk to it,
because it's like drinking vinegar. And it's like see now you get it.
Now I get it. Yep.
But here's the thing, though. I needed Bethany to watch it because Mike and Bethany are the couple from The League.
They really are. You really are.
The two leads.
to the point where like Mike sucks and he's like, I know everything about football, and he sucks.
Yep.
That's the couple.
Bethany actually knows more, but doesn't make a big fucking deal about it.
Yeah. Just kicks his ass without trying.
Bethany's smarter than all of us.
Oh my God, AJ, you're so right.
This is great. I love this.
Touche.
Okay.
I'm
gonna watch this now. I'm gonna watch it.
You're gonna hate it.
Probably, but I will like that one aspect of it. Mm-hmm.
There are certain episodes. I think Bethany's gonna love Taco.
There are things about Taco she's gonna hate.
Yeah,
the notary episode, though. Wrong. The notary episode.
The brown note and the penis wine is not gonna go over well.
What's happening on this show? So many sexual innuendo or not even innuendo and just sexual. So what is happening? I thought this was a show about fantasy football.
And the thing with the show was
this is a show about fantasy football.
They filmed it in real time, like during the season. Like they'd start it like the week before the season started, and they would have their draft. And then each week, like they would have their teams, and they would be like saying the actual results that happened like 4 days beforehand. Yeah. They're like, God damn it. Did you see when Mike Tolbert vultured that touchdown? And it like actually was what happened in the game. So it was pretty interesting that they did it on that kind of scope.
And then in like later seasons, actual players would show up.
They started a lot of
Jay Cutler showed up after he got injured.
So how do you describe the
it was you have to watch that you have to watch the show for.
Three penis one you have to get in reference.
Yeah. Three penis wine.
I think it fucked you up.
Speaking of R-rated shows, and like we're theme park people here. We love theme parks. We love attractions. Guys, they are getting crowds into Casa Bonita now.
Yes, I've seen that. And so Casa Bonita is like, first off, Trey and Matt have done a lot of things. It took them a long time to get this open because like that thing, they bought it 3 years ago, I think. Mm-hmm. And it was supposed to be ready. They started taking reservations, I think, for last summer, if I'm not mistaken. And it took forever. Casa Bonita, though, like a lot of people, it's a common thing that the whole war against tipping and paying them. They're actually paying their staff. Their waiters are getting paid $30 an hour.
$30 an hour.
Yeah. Which, hey, kudos to them for that. They actually put their money where their mouth was because so few other people have done that. I actually applaud Trey and Matt for that. So apparently, though, tipping is prohibited there.
I got a question. Why is that a saying? Like, money's the filthiest thing in your pocket.
Well, that's true.
Why would you put it up to your mouth?
No, and I want to put it up to my mouth.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail you, Mike. You were making some great points.
John, do you know how much money I've had in my nose?
47 cents.
Is that why you made that face earlier?
Coin and paper.
Coin and paper?
Yeah.
Oh, this gets interesting now.
But
seriously, we need to watch the show Trip to Casa Bonita. Like, I don't know if it's a
Well,
2025
my
thing.
sister does live in the greater Denver area.
My
We
best
have
friend
to
lives in
watch it,
Colorado. Like,
You know?
We could go watch Bo
My
Nix and
favorite-
Zach Wilson.
Ooh. My favorite
Ooh.
thing is how different people from different parts of the country pronounce Colorado.
Colorado's how I say it.
Colorado. How do you say it, AJ?
Colorado.
Colorado? Colorado?
John?
Yeah, you don't rotto it. We're not in the Hollywood Hills. No, fuck
Denver?
What state is Denver in?
Denver.
Denver.
Red John
everyone
Denver's full of
say
shit.
the state that I was born in.
Florida.
John?
Southern New York.
Denver.
AJ?
Okay, so you apparently weren't born in Florida. That's why we're asking this.
Born in Florida? No, I was born in Florida.
Okay.
I just wanted everyone to say Florida, but I didn't want to say it first.
Florida?
The only one low and one rada.
Okay. Are you guys cutting out for me or for everybody?
No, they're cutting out for everybody.
You guys are cutting out.
I think they're only cutting out for people in Colorado, though. Maybe Florida. I'm not sure.
Guys, I think you need to unplug it and plug it back in again.
Are we-
No, you're still cutting out. Yeah.
Oh.
Hi.
Hello?
Yeah, no,
Okay,
you need,
now we're good.
you
Now
need
we're
to
good.
Florida your wire, otherwise you're
But
going to all Colorado.
Casa Bonita trip,
Colorado?
2025. Maybe
Okay.
January? Maybe go. Guys, what's the week 18 Broncos game? Or like the last Broncos home
Oh,
game?
God.
Ooh, I like where your
I
head's
still
at.
like the idea of doing the worst Week 18 game.
Yeah,
like-
it's probably that.
Annual pilgrimage is probably that.
Hold on, I'm pulling up
The
the
last
NFL schedule
Broncos.
right now.
We can probably get like tickets for like $25. So
Like
when it
nothing.
comes down
They're
to
gonna
it.
hand them to us for free. Be like, welcome to Colorado.
Okay, so Week 18. Let's see. All right, so I'm looking right now. There's a Panthers Falcons game, which Falcons might be good. So, let's see what looks bad. Oh, so the Broncos are home against the Chiefs. So that game,
Ooh.
the Chiefs might be sitting everybody.
But could it be cheap then?
There's no way Mahomes is sitting that week.
If it could be Travis Kelce's last game as a professional,
Y'all, we could be
then
there with
Taylor
Jay.
Swift would be there, and it's not going to be cheap.
So,
Not gonna be cheap.
FYI, the game that on paper, the Saints play the Bucks. The NFC South games aren't great, but the one that looks like could be the biggest train wreck potentially is Chargers Raiders,
Yeah,
and it's in Vegas, so that could be a fun trip.
but they don't have Casa Bonita in Vegas.
True. Why not both?
The same weekend. We fly from Denver. From
You're a little crazy,
from
maybe.
Denver to
But
Vegas.
I like where your head's at, but
And we could just take everybody's money and put it all on red or black, whatever we want. And then
Listen, I already have it all tied up in GameStop right now. Like, you laugh.
you're like, but actually,
and underdog. You've got a lot of it in underdog.
No, I took half of
you
my
do.
underdog money, and then I have a separate savings account from all of my vices that I quit doing after I almost died. And I took half of that money too, and I put that all in GameStop.
Wow. You are a bold man.
well, then,
It's almost 200 shares.
Okay.
live your best life, AJ. Who am I to tell you what to do? Honestly, I prefer your money to be spent on that than bad vices. So you know what?
I say do the vices.
No, don't
No,
listen to him.
no.
I'm the angel on your shoulder. He's the devil. Did
Vices,
John freeze again?
vices.
Or is he messaging his lady?
No. I'm just trying to decide which side I'm on here.
I think
I'm pretty sure I'm on Bethany's side
Thank you.
because
The other half has been on like my medical bills and stuff like that, but I totally yellowed.
I say tie up your money in
Hey,
GameStop.
Okay,
It's better-
wait. I will meet you in the middle because I bring people together.
Okay.
So while I don't endorse you investing in your vices per se. If you were to take that money and invest in a wardrobe made from Miami Vice, I would think that's the way to go.
Just the Don Johnson closet.
Agreed. I love it.
I don't
Yes.
get cleared to exercise until August. So like
AJ,
my thing is,
just
if I'm wearing
hold
suits
this
again,
on.
I want to get svelte.
AJ, one of the guys on Miami Vice, his nickname was Tubbs.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I know you know, so you don't need to be in shape.
Yeah, you
No,
don't have
but
to.
I like the figure I cut in a suit.
No, it's an oversized suit with short sleeves, but not short sleeves, just shorter sleeves.
Yeah.
Almost as if you're a Peter Boyle in Young Frankenstein, but with like shoulder pads that go in an outer V.
This about like this when it's full extended.
No, more like this. More like this.
About like this bent. This
Can
full
I,
extended.
speaking of Miami, can I just give one quick compliment to the Bad Boys franchise? Overall, I don't have a lot of nice things to say about it. But I will say one of my biggest pet peeves in cinema is when people film things in LA and try to pass it off for a Florida beach. Those palm trees aren't the fucking same. I can tell, and it's not what Florida looks like. And I will say that I think that Bad Boys does a good job of like making you believe that they're in Florida. So I'm gonna give them that. They do a good job of like Miami.
I was going to bring up about Miami Vice. Dude, does anybody remember the Miami Vice stunt show that was at Universal Studios in the 90s? And also for John, the Lethal Weapon stunt show that was at Six Flags Great Adventure in the 90s.
I very much remember that.
I went and saw that every time I went there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and the Stuntman Freefall, which was basically just a roller coaster that you go up and you come down.
And it just dropped, and it was like a slow elevator. It wasn't like a fast descent. It was like an elevator, and then it just like rolled you out and dropped you.
And just dropped you, and then you slid like onto your back, which was a weird ending to the roller coaster.
Can I just say, no?
No, I'm aware of them. I've seen video clips of them, but I never got to see them live in living color, sadly.
I definitely saw both of them. The Miami Vice one was on the lagoon, like in the middle of the park, so like you could see it. Like
you just walk around.
You could be walking around.
Yeah, because that was the motorboats, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Lethal Weapon one was actually on like an actual like river, so like that one like they could go pretty far back if they wanted to. Obviously, they kept it kind of contained, but like there was no like. It wasn't a pool or anything. That was actually on like an actual river.
No. There were moments where they were on those jet skis, and those jet skis, like you could not see where they went.
Yeah, they were gone. Yeah.
Six Flags, man, no rules.
There are no rules. You have a can of Coke, you can get in for free.
Yeah. Sure. Come on in, sneak under. We don't care.
So there's this one. I found this because I watched a lot of roller coaster content on YouTube, and there's this one guy who came up as a recommended video, and I watched it. So good. He apparently does a lot of other parks too, but he lives in the Maryland area. So he bought an annual pass to Six Flags America, never having been there, and he goes there and he just hates his life while he's there. And he went back a second time to say like, all right, I'm going to see if I can find things positive to say about the park. And I'm like, I had to comment on him like, just please go to Six Flags America every day, and I will watch your channel constantly.
Wait, Mike. So you're saying he was from, Maryland?
Yeah.
It's crab hands.
It's like what's that?
Did you guys see the one video from this guy's his first ever YouTube video? It's over 1 million views. Just came out like a week or two ago. That he signed up. He went to a timeshare presentation and he followed through until he got the free vacation to Universal Hollywood. He went through all the hoops. He put down all the deposits. It cost him like a year of his life. Like it's like a 45-minute. It's like an Eddie Burback style documentary.
Oh, love that shit.
Have you seen it, guys?
How much money? It would have
how much did he spend for that?
It would have just been cheaper to go get a vacay at Universal Hollywood, to be honest.
He has like $400 or $500 tied up in deposits right now that he still can't get refunded.
Jesus.
But he got So you like a ticket into Universal Hollywood is give or take 150, plus whatever the expenses for the hotel and the flights and stuff are. So he might have made out on that.
Here, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna post this in the what the show fantasy football group chat with no context.
I'm gonna need to watch.
There's gonna
And
be
then-
like 11 very confused people.
Or people that are
and
about
then-
to really enjoy
And
some
I'm
good
gonna go
content.
ahead and pull up the link on YouTube on my. I need to actually start using my computer for things other than just this stream.
Not gonna lie, it's pretty much all I use it for too.
I got into video game programming for a while. I got stuck and I took a little bit of a break, and that was about it. Link in the stream. The guy's name is Elijah Lamard. He just started. Like, this is his first ever YouTube video, and
it's got 1
I
million views?
think he's going to be
Yeah,
Eddie
right.
Burback level, and like, you know, depending on how his next 5 or 6 videos, he's insanely awesome. He also
I'm gonna have to watch this.
drops a lot of vague football references. Just like he mentions like Michael Thomas receptions just randomly in the video. I'm just like, okay, I love this guy. So
All right, I love this guy.
Michael Thomas still technically is in the league. I don't think he signed anywhere though, if I'm not mistaken.
honestly, he should be a Charger.
That's fair with how, you know, they have McClunky, but that's about it.
Yeah,
McClunky.
and Quentin Johnston.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, you better believe that I am getting McClunky in every fucking league.
I was getting him in the 10th round of Underdog before the NFL draft. All
He's
day
got-
long. pick
Because of where he
120.
wound up, he's got to be higher than that now.
He's around pick 70-ish. You can get him and Keon Coleman at the same kind of.
So that in our league will be the 5th round.
Yeah. I honestly, I think the best rookie wide receiver is he's on our boy Mariano's team.
No,
I like
it's not.
Yeah, Neighbors.
So here's the problem.
Mhm.
He's not going to get the ball enough.
They're going to double team him.
But they're going to double team. They could probably triple team him with the way
Yeah.
our offense looks.
Who is it's Wandale Robinson, I guess, is their number 2, or Darius Slayton
No, so I think Wanda.
And Jalen Hyatt.
yeah,
and
yeah.
Jalen Hyatt. Like, none of them. Like, I get Wandale's got the highest upside, but like none of those 3 are like striking fear into other teams.
None of those 3 are a 3 on another team.
Right.
Jalen Hyatt's the wide receiver. He's deep route. You get Wandale for
slot.
Hey,
Right.
yeah.
You know how
Draw.
deep routes work, AJ?
Yeah. So
You gotta have somebody who can throw the
he's
ball.
Alec
that far.
Pierce. He's Alec
Hey.
Pierce. He's
Does everybody remember when AJ took Daniel Jones in the 2nd round of our fantasy draft last year?
Yeah, I remember. But Malik Neighbors, I think, is the most talented wide receiver in that draft. I'm not a
Harrison, but Neighbors is
my
close.
my family's an Ohio State family. I think that he's the least talented Ohio State wide receiver one in the past 4 years. JSN, Olave, Igbuka, and then Harrison. I think
You're
he's the
forgetting
fourth
Garrett.
after that. Yeah, Garrett Wilson played for another school though.
Garrett Wilson was Ohio State.
Yeah, but he did time with 2 schools, right?
All right.
He did
Right,
die.
right.
Like
That
a
doesn't mean
step-
Wait. But I want to defend Deke here. Because he went to 2 schools doesn't mean he went to no schools. He
Right.
went to 2 schools. So that
Ohio
counts.
State quarterback Joe Burrow.
I mean,
Yeah, that's fair. You wouldn't really say.
but Garrett ended in Ohio State.
Yeah,
It's like Ricky Pearsall is a Gator, but he didn't start there.
True, but we claim him.
My gatekeeping Ohio State family doesn't consider Garrett Wilson like he's on the council, but he doesn't get the rank of Jedi. I don't get it. And if that's the case, by the way, then that makes Marvin Harrison in my rankings
Wait.
5th most talented Ohio State wide receiver.
I just want to point out to you that I'm pretty sure you just anointed the Jets world champs this year. You basically said he's Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Mike can only hope that they get to be.
It's not going to happen because I'm me and I'm not supposed to be happy.
No.
But still,
AJ just baptized you guys world champs.
Is Ohio State talented but ignorant enough to be the Jedi, though? In this metaphor,
Ohio State is not the good. They are not the. No, they are the Jedi because they are the the villains of the story. So yeah,
They're not the villains of the story, but I also don't think that Ohio State is the hero of any story. Personally, they're just super. You know what? They kind of are Jedi because they are really into their stupid labels.
If they beat Oklahoma or Texas, it counts, right?
If they do what?
If they beat Oklahoma or Texas, it counts, right?
It counts that they're good?
Yeah.
Or it counts that I hate them less. I mean, I'm going to hate them no matter who they be. No offense to your family's team.
No offense to yours either. I do not care about college sports.
Ohio State is the type of team. It's kind of like Kansas City, where like you like them if you're a fan, everyone else hates them. They're all like, we get it with the Ohio. No, fucking, it's pretentious. We can't stand it.
Okay, but have you ever had a Buckeye dessert, like the confection?
I'm sure it's delicious.
Yeah, it's like a peanut butter.
Also, it would be a great atmosphere to go to. Like it would be on my top 10 college stadiums to go and see.
So a Buckeye is like it's like a peanut butter like powdered sugar confection, and then you dip it in chocolate, and then it's just like you have the dipped chocolate. And then
I would like a Buckeye. Do you want to know my personal favorite thing that Ohio State ever fucking did ever in the history of being a university? It's when in the 2006 national championship game, they decided to do Titanic as the halftime show, and they sung so hard. It's my favorite thing.
And they call them the best band in the land.
They're real good. They my heart did go on. It was beautifully done. It was a beautiful rendition. They made the boat. It was very impressive.
You can talk about the Titanic, but did Grimace throw out the first pitch and then cause an insane winning streak?
No, sure didn't.
This is my favorite. This is like my World Series of my. I was 4 when the Mets won. Yeah, there you go. Of course. Hey, you got to give me this one. You have all those championships, all those rings. I have Grimace. So
no.
It's the one thing he has.
But right now we're being spanked by you guys as you're bringing this up.
As the Grimace is doing this match, yes. After that rain delay that happened, and there was like so many grimaces in the if you go on Twitter, there's so many grimaces getting drunk in the stands. It's fantastic.
Insanity.
I might have to have a couple too many cocktails this weekend and get myself a new custom Mets jersey with Grimace on it.
I think that you have to invent like the Grimace cocktail where you just get like a Happy Meal and dip it in vodka and then you eat it.
What I love is you can apply big dumb mascot does something sloppy and totally ridiculous, and Mike will say in any context, this is my World Series.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that is true.
And I will wholeheartedly agree every time.
Mm-hmm.
So, John, I was going to ask you this. Do you remember the Long Island Jaws? They were only around for a season, I think. Maybe 2 seasons. It was the Professional Roller Hockey League. They were spelled JAWZ, and their mascot was a shark. And it was actually a pretty cool-looking mascot.
No, I missed this.
Yeah, that was in like 93 or 94, I want to say. They played at the Coliseum. And one of the teams in the league was the New Jersey Rock and Rollers, and they played at the Meadowlands. But when they came, they brought their mascot with them. And when those 2 teams played, I actually, my dad had season tickets because they were dirt cheap. But the mascots got into a fight in between both periods. So there was a giant shark. Yep, there it is. A giant shark. And basically Wayne from Wayne's World fighting in between each period. And it was amazing.
That sounds incredible. No,
the Long Island Jaws mascot.
That's a great. I gotta get that.
Fantastic.
So good.
Yeah, is their merch still available? Because I need this. If so,
I think they only wait for 1 year.
I don't
I'm
like a
pretty
nice
sure
jaw.
it'll be like when I got my Godfather WWF T-shirt, and it was like I got some random website just sent me a bootleg one. Like you can probably get it.
Oh,
It's
you
not
can
official.
definitely still get some merch.
Oh yeah.
Hells to the yeah. Fantastic. When I make the great pilgrimage to Long Island, I'm wearing this. I want people to know I'm a true Long Islander. Except
No,
The thing is, like, most Long
nobody's
Islanders
gonna know
don't know
what
that.
you're wearing.
they won't know. They
No,
won't
we're
know.
not
And I'll
trying
be
to
like,
know.
y'all are fake.
They used to draw, like, no joke. Like, I think probably the most busy game at the Nassau Coliseum, probably for a hockey game, held like 14,000, give or take. I want to say maybe 2,000, the most busy game I went to.
I don't know. Like, enough of this Islanders, Rangers, Mets, Yankees, Jets, Giants bullshit. We're here for the Jaws. We can all agree we are ruined for the Jaws.
This is so on brand. It's
Revolution.
ridiculous. Like I feel like we need a mixture of Jaws and whatever the most prolific roller derby team is in the Long Island area.
Oh, they 100% used the Jaws theme, too.
Yes, they
I mean,
should.
they
Oh, sure. I bet they didn't get threatened to be sued.
So I did go to a couple of indoor lacrosse games. at
Yes.
that Coliseum.
Oh, what was the Saints?
The
New York
Saints.
Yeah.
The New York
Mhm.
Saints. Yeah, I was a
I
Saints.
never-
I had like season tickets one year, I think.
And they were also dirt cheap, right? Like
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
$10 a game, if that.
Yeah.
I'm wearing some Jaws merch. I'm so serious. We're
So-
getting on the Long Island Railway, and I'm wearing Jaws merch.
The monorail?
The monorail.
It would be fantastic if that were a monorail. That,
I
like,
wish.
I messaged John that Orlando to Islip has $49 flights right now.
Yeah.
Islip, baby. We're going. East Islip. I'm coming at you with your weird football fields with no lights.
I thought you said Iceland. And
Islip.
I wish.
That's where I live. I live in Iceland.
Yes, excellent. If only. That'd be
If
dope.
only, but you live by the Islip airport.
Honorable.
far-
We don't divulge exactly where I am. Maybe.
Well, yeah.
How far
No.
is it from the Islip
But the thing,
airport? But
here's the
never
thing:
mind,
the
that would be
Islip airport is
divulging.
not actually in Iceland.
Oh,
yo,
that's-
chat, look at these assassination coordinates.
Are we accidentally doxing John right now on stream?
The Islip
We need to start
airport is wildly
addressing
inappropriate
chat.
name.
But we're not
By the
going to
way,
tell you
that's-
where it is. Don't Google it, everyone.
You know, you guys want to know the one reason the
It's
show
the
hasn't made it
weirdest
big?
thing.
We don't just chat. Hey, chat.
The Long Island Railroad goes through my backyard. I'll say that much.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was real tempted when I was in Queens to go get on her, but I didn't. Mike said it would take me a minute to
Mi-
get to his
Mike,
home.
Bethany needs to experience the drunk train.
Okay, I'm into this.
We can that's something that's doable. Like
So there is a lag in Penn Station.
Mhm.
Like this trains stop running like 1:15,
right,
Okay.
and then they jump to like 3 in the morning.
and they start
So-
again. Yeah,
Everyone makes a push to catch that 1 a.m. train. Otherwise, you're stuck
Right.
in the city for 2 hours, and things are kind of shut down. So
Right.
what you get is everybody hits last call, rushes to the railroad, and then there are certain train lines. I think it's Ronkonkoma, Babylon, and maybe Huntington.
Mhm.
I could be wrong. And like each one of those, like the longest 3 lines. And if you get on any of those trains at that 1 a.m., like that last stop, last
5
call,
minutes of time.
right? The hot mess on this train. It's like
Oh,
so much
yeah.
better. It's like the best version of Bullet Train, but with just alcohol.
I want to experience this. That is a true Long Island
Yeah.
experience. Oh, the accents and the drunkenness, the amount of people saying drawer in a funny little voice. It would please me. It would please
By
me
the
so
way,
much.
once again, the quote is silly little voice.
I know, but to me it would be a funny. I'm sorry, a silly little voice. They would be saying, "Can you please pronounce where you get the bread from?"
the draw.
Yeah.
Ja.
There'd be a lot of that. It'd be like my shirt. It's almost like you're saying jaw, but it's but it's not. Oh, the Long Island that would come out in people at that hour. I'd be here for it.
You'd also get the Staten Island and the Brooklyn too.
I love a Staten Island hot mess. That is the quality
Ooh.
content I'm here for.
Yeah, that's a legend I've dreamed of for a good portion of my life.
It's 1 a.m. The train is packed. People were throwing boats to get on it. They are drunk. Someone saw Bobby kissing so-and-so, and I'm never going to talk to Bobby again. And it's just insanity.
I think the worst part is somebody just threw up, somebody else just threw up, and now they're making out.
Oh!
I saw Wallace Shawn die. Wallace Shawn is dead.
It's 2 minutes for roping. I like that. You're a jabroni.